Queensland's beautiful Hervey Bay.
Well, whale watching is a special experience no matter where you do it, but here in Hervey Bay, in the calmer waters, it's where the whales come for a little rest on their migration and a play, and we're about to see just how playful they can be. And we'll have a view of the marine giants above and below the water, because off the Queensland town of Hervey Bay, you can have a life-changing day and swim with the whales.
I mean, every time I look around and I see these people come out with tears in their eyes, it's just extraordinary.
Ed Gibson is one of 4 operators given a licence by the Queensland Government to take tourists on a humpback whale swim. It was an experience being trialled initially to ensure no harm would come to the majestic creatures. And now Hervey Bay is one of only a handful of places in Australia you can get this close.
The education that you get into children and even international visitors, you know, when they walk away with a greater understanding of what the mammals are, it's we've done our job.
Actually getting to see a whale up close, it sort of changed your attitude towards it too.
But first, we need to get their attention. How? Well, by waving, of course. Then when the whales are intrigued, we make the plunge, holding on to what is called a mermaid line. And it doesn't take long for this massive animal to emerge from the deep blue sea to check us out.
Just remember, they're human watching now. They're both coming under. They're coming under. They're underneath you guys.
That was so cool. One stage, one like just sat up and it was just staring at me like, what are you doing here?
I was making noises through my snorkel just to sort of kind of mimic how they sing, and also just putting my arm out, and they sort of mimicked that too, and it was just out of this world.
It made you quite emotional out there.
Oh, yeah.
Why is that?
Yeah, just because
so
it's a childhood dream realised.
They're so big and so huge, and they just swim right in front of you.
Amazing experience. It's like only seeing them is amazing, but swimming with them is even better.
It's estimated 30,000 whales take the route past Hervey Bay on their way to and from Antarctica. And every year we are seeing more than the previous, with their population swelling.
It's estimated, of course, but it's growing at around 5 to 10% a year. So, you know, nature will take its course at some stage and sustain the population. And, you know, we're not at that yet. So we don't know what the number is, but certainly it's growing, and more whales everywhere.
And with the elusive white whale Migaloo just this week spotted coming up the Queensland coast, swimmers will definitely be keeping their eyes peeled.
Oh, that was probably one of the best days of my life, definitely.
Magnificent creatures, aren't they?
That is definitely on the bucket list. That must be a beautiful experience. You've done it, Sylvia.
I did that as a child in Hervey Bay, yeah. My dad took us along when we were kids, and it has stayed with me and always will. It's such a magnificent experience to see them, well, not swimming with them, but even just seeing them like that in their habitat.
Yeah.
I always think it's life-affirming. When you see a whale, hopefully the world's in a good place.
Sometimes I look at the moon and just think how small we are.
Oh, that's very profound.
It's deep.
For a Friday. Yeah.
We are really.
Unusually deep.
It's nice.
Yeah.
What do you mean? I have depth. Sometimes.
Well, I'll tell you what.
You're very deep.
We have been absolutely blown away
Haven't we?
by the response from you, our viewers, to our drought